Hello Capricorn, welcome to our channel Love It or More. This is going to be your January 2023 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. And if your birthday is in January, then happy birthday. Also happy New Year. So I will be doing the sound bowl to begin. We'll do the reading for the month and there will be an extended reading if you are interested. If it is your story, if it does resonate with you, you can go to the description box and the link below. Or the link below in the description box to watch the extension of this reading. And I'm operating an honesty box feature. So if you do click on the link, I'd be grateful if you could contribute via the PayPal link as well. Also, if you do like this, please do like, subscribe, comment and share. It really helps my channel. Today, I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross spread. So we're going to keep it a little bit classic, a little bit traditional, and I'm even going to use the gilded deck as well, which is a nice traditional deck. So before we begin, just a sound bowl just to tune in. So if you'd like to take a breath in and exhale. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what January has in store for you. Okay, I'll be cutting the deck and we will clarify. January 2023 for Capricorn. Okay, your current energy, your main energy throughout the month of January is the Lovers card. Okay. The challenge is the Ace of Swords. In your conscious area of thoughts, you have the Three of Pentacles. Subconsciously, you have the Magician. In your recent past, you have the Moon card. In your immediate future, you have the Ace of Wands. Your attitude over January is the Four of Wands. I like it. Your environment and the people around you, Temperance. Hopes and fears, Two of Swords. And the outcome for the month is Queen of Wands. Ooh, you got a lot of Wands energy here. Wands is fire. Also spirit, where you feel spirited to do something. Okay, I'm seeing that there's definitely a choice with matters of the heart coming quite strongly for some of you. It could just literally be, well, with the Lovers card, it's basically a choice card or choosing passion. It's like, where do your passions lie? And the challenge is the Ace of Swords. It's actually seeing it from a very clear perspective. Now, consciously, what you're trying to do is go back on something and work on something. So perhaps you're going back on a relationship and you're trying to work on it. Or perhaps you are trying to continue with a job that's just hasn't been working. You're trying to, it's like going back and collaborating and coming together and working on something. But the beautiful energy here is that in your subconscious area of thought, the kind of your intuitive vibes, so to speak, you've got the Magician card. It's a very, very powerful card, very, very strong card of being the master manifester. So you are actually in a lot more of a powerful position than you realize, okay, in bringing things in what you actually desire. Now, perhaps what you've been trying to do is kind of, basically the energy I'm getting is hitting your head against a brick wall. And either that's to do with work because of that Wands energy there, or it's to do with romance, okay? Immediate past, the Moon. So things have been very kind of like illusory, kind of quite emotive. Everything's been a bit shady. You don't really know where you stand. And so you're doing what you always do, is kind of keep on at it, keep on at it. I mean, Capricorn, you are hard workers, you're not afraid to kind of just put the effort in. And if something doesn't go according to plan, you'll find another way, but you will make it happen. You will make it happen, right? So that's where you've been, even though you haven't been seeing the results of the efforts that you've been putting in, it's kind of suggesting that maybe you're not actually seeing the truth of the situation. We will clarify, don't worry, okay? Immediate future with that Ace of Wands is a brand new beginning. And this is something really exciting. This is something to get really excited about. So this could be a new job, a new opportunity, a new project, new love. And if it's love, it's ooh la la love. It's like raw, exciting, okay? Your attitude over January though is Four of Wands, which is like, work-life balance. I need to make sure that right now, I mean, the sun is in your zodiac sign, and it's all about, you know, that it's your natural time of year where things are being illuminated to you, and you feel that you've completed a cycle, which of course you have because you're around near your birthday time, okay? Obviously, it coincides with the end of the year and the beginning of the year. So your attitude at this time is like, you know what? I want to have fun. Maybe I want to get married. Maybe I want to go on holiday. Maybe I want to just ensure that I'm in like bringing more fun into my life, and it's not so work. And so it's a nice attitude to have. The environment and the people around you is Temperance. Now, it is a major arcana. You've got quite a few major arcanas, by the way, but it is a major arcana, and it's basically saying, even though you get excited about a new thing, temper it. Make sure that you balance it. Don't move more with the flow of things, because it feels like, generally speaking, like this in the center here is really kind of making me feel like I'm hitting my head against a brick wall. No matter what I do, I'm not getting anywhere. And when you recognize that even though you're trying to go back on something and fix something, it's just not quite going according to plan. So when you have this spark, this new concept, this new idea, this new suggestion that comes into your life, the tendency is to rush forward with everything that you've got. And but at the same time, if you are wanting to also enjoy and have fun and have your work-life balance in a bit more of a kind of realistic kind of quota, then basically the universe, well, basically what Spirit is trying to tell you is temper it. Don't apply that kind of force that you do with other things. Just play with the energy, just move with it. But we will clarify, don't worry. Now, the hope and fear is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is basically undecided, stalemate, feeling like, oh God, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. And I feel like this relates to this choice card of the Lover's card right in the center. So on one hand, you like, the fear is that you make the wrong choice, and the desire is obviously that you make the right choice. But if you don't make a choice, the universe also sees it as a choice, right? So something needs to be decided upon. The outcome is the Queen of Wands, which I really love, because now you're stepping into a real kind of fiery energy of going outside your comfort zone, being bold, being assertive, and taking care of business, which is really, really nice, as long as you don't get caught up too much in the frenzy of it with that Temperance card. Okay, so let us clarify. I'll do it in the same order. This is a mini Rider-Waite deck, so we definitely are keeping it all traditional. Oh, I'm not ready for you. Okay. Okay, the Lovers and beyond. I'm drawn to this with your attitude being the Four of Wands. I'm really drawn to the, I don't know if you can see in the corner over there, there is a dragonfly, which are quite symbolic for transformations, but kind of magical transformations. You're definitely trying to harness a bit more fun into your life, a bit more excitement. It's almost even planning holidays now, you know, planning goalposts. It's nice. Okay. Right, under the Lovers card, we have King of Pentacles, you showing up in an extremely positive position, strong position. Ace of Swords is Judgment. There's that decision that needs to be made. Right, Three of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Your choices, your options again. You're like, oh, let me go back to the drawing board. Which one should I go for? Right. The Magician. Two of Cups. I love that. Okay. The Moon. Page of Wands. Ace of Wands is the Hangman. You see, you're not making your decision yet, but I love the fact that you're slowing down. We'll talk about it in a minute. Four of Wands, we have the King of Swords. Love it. Temperance, we have Nine of Swords. Guys, right. Two of Swords, we have Six of Swords, which I love. And then the Queen of Wands, we have Seven of Swords. Seven of Wands. Right. For some of you who are looking for love or dealing with love, it is really that question of in the lovers department with that King of Pentacles, is this going to stand the test of time? Now I feel like even if you're not talking about love, it's the King of Pentacles is your energy, right? It's being true to yourself, it's following your heart, it's all of that sort of stuff, but you're kind of trying to figure out what is it, where do my energies really lie? And what are the things that I do that I will see the long-term results in, okay? So if it's to do with love, you basically are questioning, if you're trying to kind of work on a relationship, you're kind of questioning that thing of like, well, are we in this for the long term, okay? For matters are relating to kind of work, especially if there was a work situation that you were like, or project that you were involved in, it's like, do I continue to put my energy in, and is it joyous, right? Am I so passionate about it, right? What's kind of a challenge at the moment is that even though you're in a good position, you want to just carry on because you guys... I know I've got a lot of Capricorns in my life, so I know about Capricorns. I love you guys. When you get an idea in your head, you do it, and you do it step by step by step by step. It doesn't matter how long it takes, but you'll make it happen, right? Trouble is, sometimes we don't see the things, the truth of the situation that may cause us to reconsider. So the Ace of Swords is basically saying there's some truth that's coming to light, which is requiring a judgment. Now, judgment, if you have a look at the card, there's an angel above these people who are rising from the coffins, okay? That talks about resurrection. It can also talk about kind of making that final judgment call. So you have an ability now to either resurrect something, be that a relationship or a sort of a working position or situation, or an idea, concept for a project or business. And the question is, do you resurrect something that you've been hitting your head against a brick wall, or do you move on and let something go? Which I know would be totally outside your comfort zone. Not totally, but usually you see the results, right? So when you don't see the results, it's like, in your conscious area of thoughts, we've got the Three of Pentacles with that Seven of Cups, which is basically, it's like going back to the drawing board. It's trying to work on something again, okay? It's a very collaborative effort. So it could be that you're trying to rekindle a friendship, a union, love, marriage, business partnership, project even. It's like you're trying to get together and kind of work on something. But because of that Seven of Cups, there are lots of options or ways that you can do it, a lot of avenues. And so sometimes when we have too many ways of doing it, it actually kind of prevents us from actually doing any forward motion, particularly because that Two of Swords is there. So there are a lot of ways that you can go around it, but pick one. Just maybe pick one avenue and go with it, bearing in mind that even if you plan something, it's not set in stone. Make the plan. You can always change the plan later down the line. The Magician with the Two of Cups is basically saying that you are calling in without even realizing, because this is in your kind of your spiritual energy, your vibrations at the moment, the energy that's really harnessing around you as a magician, which is master manifester, using all the tools in your ability to create something new, because it's the number one, which is new in numerology. We've got the Two of Cups over here together. So what you actually are doing at a much deeper level is you are calling in either new love, like you're calling in, not necessarily new love, but you're calling in companionship as it relates either to love, friendship, business. It could also be calling in that deeper connection to this idea of self, this higher self, connecting with your higher self, because the Two of Cups is like they're kind of contrasting energies in terms of the opposites attract, but it's also kind of looking at all sides of yourself, connecting with your higher self. And I really, really love that, because it's beautiful energy. It's just beautiful energy. So where two people can come together and really kind of speak their truth, and the other person will understand where that person comes from, and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. So this is the stuff that you're actually calling in from the universe. Now, maybe that's to do with business, maybe that's to do with love, maybe it's actually to do with connecting with your higher self. You know, here you could be going, yeah, but on the earth, it's pretty tough. You know, you've got to do this, 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 and you're surrounded by this, and your higher self is going, yeah, but, you know, like, be like benevolent, baby. And it's just, you're trying to find that central alignment within that. Recent past with the Moon card and the Page of Wands is basically saying the thing that you were kind of a bit hazy on, that you're not really seeing the results of. I think what is coming through with the Page of Wands and that Ace of Wands over there, it's like you receive some sort of message or some sort of communication, I would say, inspired information from maybe someone else that was quite inspiring, to do with either to do with love, but I'm feeling more work now with this from the past, and it wasn't quite okay. Let me try and articulate this correctly. It's like, say you're working on something, working on a project, working in work, even if you're sort of working within family, so you could even be retired. This is basically saying that you were sort of inspired by an idea that somebody had or brought forward towards you, but it wasn't so clear cut. It didn't have all the parameters, it didn't have all the planning, it didn't have all the research required to actually take the next step. So it's like, and in some cases, well, if it's still something that you've been working on, it's like, it's all a bit shady, which is why it feels like you need to kind of make a decision on it now. In your immediate future, with the Ace of Wands and a Hangman, you have that Ace of Wands, meaning it's come from the universe. It's a new beginning available to you. Ace of Wands is exciting, it's inspired action, but it's fire. So if you don't catch it quick, it'll burn out very quickly. So, and you're in the Hangman position, meaning you are taking your time, suspending yourself, and looking at more aspects before you take action. Now, what I like about this is that the Hangman is a major arcana, and he does get enlightenment. He doesn't want to kind of invest all of his energies unless he knows, you know, especially, I mean, for you, Capricorn, but there's no point in investing all your energies unless you really know, okay, if it goes this way, if it goes this way, if it goes this way. There's a lot of deciding you're needing to do at the moment. But the Ace of Wands is available for you. So it's kind of exciting. So whether that be a new person in your life, even a new friendship, but I'm feeling kind of businessy as well because of that Queen of Wands. With relation to this, I'm feeling more kind of project, even if it's like a sideline hustle or something. With that Four of Wands, your attitude of trying to embrace a bit more fun into your life, it's clarified by the King of Swords, meaning that it almost feels, so for some of you, because this can also be like your halfway to marriage card, King of Swords could be that authoritative figure, like the marriage, you know, the actual legal documents related to that. So that's obviously not going to resonate for everybody, but the King of Swords is basically taking a fine tooth comb and looking at it. It's like looking at your routine, looking at your day-to-day lifestyle, and all your little rituals and everything that you do. And with a fine tooth comb, kind of going, okay, I'm going to shave a little bit off this and shave a little bit off this. I'm going to readjust this, readjust this. It's like looking at your timetable and revamping it to introduce more excitement and more fun. Right, so it's even like looking at the diary and kind of going, okay, well, if I take a couple of days off then, a couple of days off there, I know that I'm kind of breaking up the workload and giving myself little things to look forward to in between. The Temperance card is clarified by the Nine of Swords, which is like anxiety and worry. And I don't mean to laugh, but the reason it seems quite humorous is because Spirit is basically saying, don't rush with it, enjoy it, take your time, You know, even if people around you are maybe a little bit slower than you are, but I feel like the anxiety is really outside your comfort zone. It's like, you don't want to just like chill forever. You don't want to just, it's quite difficult for you. It feels like it's infuriating not to know exactly where you stand. And that's causing you anxiety, especially if you're waiting on information from other people around you and everyone's taking their time, particularly in January. I mean, the sun is in your sign, so you're like ready to get up and go, but everyone around you is still sleepy, you know, because it's just starting the new year and then after the festive season, you know. So I feel like that could be a little bit infuriating for you. The Two of Swords with the Six of Swords I absolutely love. So whatever decision that you need to make, the reason I love this is because you are going to finally discard the unsavory version of it and actually make that decision. So you will make a decision. So it doesn't need to be a fear of whether you make the right decision. You will make the right decision, because the Six of Swords talks about moving on to calmer waters, being more clear in your head about where you're going, and you can leave the old lessons behind. There could even be, you know, maybe some travel involved there too. And then ending off with the Queen of Wands with the Seven of Wands is you end the month in a very kind of spirited position. Okay, you are now making things happen. You are now introducing, you're standing up for yourself. You're speaking your truth. You're not mincing your words, and you don't care who gets offended. You need to get something done now. But I think particularly because maybe something was a bit slow in your environment with the Temperance card, and you know there was a bit of anxiety there. Now you're like, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Okay, it is clarified by that Seven of Wands, meaning that you may be called up to stand up for yourself. You may be called up to sort of stand in your power. You may be called up to protect what is yours. Okay, protect your own castle. So if there's any sort of legal situation that you are dealing with, only because the King of Swords turned up over there, it does say you're totally able and within good standing to make a new change for yourself, take charge of it, be the leader, and assert yourself and validate it with evidence. As long as you don't sort of join the two fiery energies too much of playing any tit for tats or pointing any fingers. If you play that game, you know, you might lose a few friends, just short term. But it says you have everything you need to stand up for your truth and stand up, particularly if you are starting a new job, starting a new project, or starting a new love. You know where you're at because you are fired up this month. So I'm going to end the reading on an oracle card guidance for you from Spirit before we move on to the extended. Okay. Any advice for Capricorn for January, please? 2023. For their highest good, please. What does Capricorn need to know? That's too many. Can we just have one, please? one, please. They keep jumping out with like 4 or 5. It's another 3. They're doing them in packs. We'll take them because they're upright, so I have to. Council of Light, divine orchestration, help us in the subtle realms. We have take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So, you know, that's why it's so... And Spirit is saying, take your time, go with the flow, move with the flow. But take a break. That's why it's so important for you to be looking at your calendar and shaving off where you can shave things off. And then the last one is the initiation. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. This is almost a little bit like the Judgment card as well, because you sort of... This is like the darkest before dawn energy. So what they're saying is the Spirit's got a lot of messages for you. There's help out there, help in the subtle realms. Sure, within Spirit and your Spirit guides, there is support. There are little messages, signs and synchronicity that if you choose to look, you will start to notice. All of this is divine play, right? So just move with it. If it's taking if you feel like you're hitting your head against a brick wall, stop hitting your head against the brick wall. Let it go, okay? Try something different. Change up the energy. Take a break before you do so. And then with this initiation card, it's basically saying you're being stretched this month. You're being stretched outside your comfort zone, okay? Particularly to kind of do things very different to how you ordinarily plan and approach things. So it's going to feel a little bit tricky, but it's really positive. You've got some amazing new starts coming in for you. So I'm going to go on to the extended now. So obviously you can go, if you are interested, if this does resonate with you, you can go to the description box below, click on the link, and then the PayPal link underneath, please, if you will. Ace of Wands. So what we're going to look at, I am going to investigate this Ace of Wands energy, this new beginning. I want to find out whether it's more leaning towards love or work on, and what the process is like that moving forward. And I want to also find out a bit more about this decision that you need to make as it relates to the Judgment and as it relates to that Two of Swords. So I'm going to look at those two energies in the extended reading. But for the rest of you, thank you so much for watching. If this did resonate, please do like, subscribe, comment and share. It helps my channel a lot. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.